Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Shivan. It's been a couple of weeks and wanted to give you guys an update on the XFA, how trading is going. And quite frankly, it has been my best 2 weeks of trading ever in the 150K XFA. So for my last video, Road to Live account, some of those accounts we unfortunately did blow. Really going from oversizing, being way too aggressive, and not taking stops. Really took a little bit of time to reflect, read some books, reset the mentals, and it's really paying off. This 150K XFA that I've had for a little over 2 weeks, I'll go through the details, has been the best TopStep account I've ever had. As you can see, I'm up almost $14,000 total P&L. I've taken two payouts thus far, you can see on these days. Here I took a payout, and then I took a payout earlier this week, and now two additional $150 days approaching that third payout, hopefully. And really, I'll walk through the stats, some of the trading days, and kind of what's changed, kind of what I've been doing. So, as you kind of see on this account, 73% win rate, which is really good. I historically am, that 55 to 60% win rate. So, really coming out long. Also, right here, essentially having my winners are outsizing my losers. Historically, if you guys see my past videos, I have actually a much flipped ratio. My wins are small, but they stack up a lot. My losses are much bigger, and a key part of this really has been keeping the winners and letting them run, but cutting my losses early. And you see a profit factor of 3.28%. Really, like I said, making sure those profits are running, but ensuring that I'm minimizing my losses where applicable. So really on this day, you'll see it's really just been a really smooth and steady ride up to close to $14,000. Some of the other key stats, my win rate analysis, it's actually really interesting. You'll see these short trade windows under 45 seconds. Overall, losing them a little bit, but also trying to cut them as fast as possible. Really, the bulk of my wins are coming between that 1 minute and 1 hour holds. And what I'm trying to get better at is these longer term holds are oftentimes positions that I'll enter overnight, check in the morning, and if I'm losing, I'll exit out of it, or I'll kind of assess if I need to add another position. So the big change there is maybe not holding so much overnight, given a lot of the volatility that's happening thus far too. But if you look at my monthly map, this is the greenest it's ever been, and probably the greenest it'll ever will be, because I'm expecting a red day to come soon, and it should. I should have a losing red day. Trading is never perfect, and wanting to use that as a way to kind of gauge how I'm doing emotionally when it comes to trading. Can I take the losing day? Can I have a three, four, $500 losing day? Be okay and not tilt and maintain this account, because like I said, this goal is to take this account to a live account. I'm at two payouts, 13 profitable days. 3 to 4 more payouts, and I could very well be in a live account. And I'm not really trying to rush it. I want this balance to be closer to 15 to 20,000 before going to a live account, because TopStep has much stricter live account rules than before. But really, kind of going through my day, you'll see some differences in trading behavior. When I started out, tried to minimize some of the trades except for this day, which was just a crazy day. Things really just felt like I was in a flow state overnight. Over up to 1,800 bucks. Lost a lot of that, which is also bad behavior. I was like 1,800. I should have realistically just quit. When you have that good of a day, lost, and then I just grinded it all back to my best day ever in an XFA of $4,300. And you'll see over the next few days, last week and this week as well, having a pretty strong, consistent day. So smooth, steady lines up, trading a mix of NQ, MNQ, MGC. Here, another $1,200 day, pretty steady, smooth lines up. Let's take the other day as well. This one, once again, smooth, steady lines up, not trying to do too much damage to the account, but finding my right opportunities, especially now with all this volatility happening in the market. Big moves are happening. So trying to take the patience to say, hey, this move is going to happen one way or another. It will happen today. Find the right time, be more precise with my entry, and put myself in a position to have these much, much bigger days, especially in a 150K account, when you have so much drawdown, you can size a little bit bigger if you're precise and let your winners run. You can take a 3 MNQ trade and take one off at 25 points, take one off at 100 points, and let the third one run to where you can get these really, really big days. I will say, while that's all nice and good, these last 2 days haven't been nearly as good when it comes to good trading behavior and sustainable account practices. I think if you look at this, was just really bad. Overnight started at $336 and then immediately just kind of got a little bit greedy around market open, just killed that back down to 400. You'll see some trades here. Gold has been incredibly volatile over the past 2 days, and I've been trying to use this $4,700 price level as like a mental barrier for longs and short, and it hasn't worked out. And you'll see when I go over today's results that it really put me in a bad situation as well. And the rest of the day slowly grinding that up. Today was a bit of a whirlwind, not the best trading behavior, but you'll see I was down as much as 1,200, up as much as 1,700, and ended the day around plus 1,276. The biggest things last night were after the Iran speech at 9 o'clock, I locked out for an hour, which I was really proud of myself for doing. But as soon as that ended and the market was dropping, I was like, oh, let me catch the longs. But you'll see here, really dug myself in a hole with 2 MNQ, tried to go long, lost way too many points there. Gold lost another 450. ES lost 130. So like putting myself in tough spots and having to dig out of the hole to where later in the day, it was a much easier long environment. So let me kind of tell you kind of what I'm talking about. On my MNQ chart, really last night, I was like, okay, this is a decent level around 895, 900. This candle closed on pretty strong. Maybe it'll retrace to about half of this, or at least to 24,000. That's what I was thinking. So I went long around the 920s, 940s, and it just kept dropping for the rest of the night until 750. And then this morning was all the way down to 666. And really, had I just been patient and been like, okay, I'm going to wait for the 2B formation, low, low, and break above, I would have been gold. And waited for that break of 900 when it reclaimed, would have put me up 350 points in a much easier and smoother day, both overnight and during the trading day. Really, it would have been a much easier way to get this $1,200 profit, quite frankly, is what it is. Overall, looking pretty solid. I think it looks like like a bull flag. If I look at just kind of how this is going over here, it literally looks like we're just gonna flag, and it's going to break one way up or it's going to break one way down. It'll break up this way, or it'll break down. It'll break down that way. Out of this triangle, we'll kind of have to see. Would really like to see a retest of 24,000, since we just broke right above it on the news during the day and then never came back and retested. Knowing that we have Good Friday tomorrow, shortened holiday, and then going into Sunday and the weekend, you never know what the volatility will bring. But looking for this retest of VWAP and 24,000 before taking it and trying to go for another long back up. Really, overall, this week was a really good, strong bounce from the 23,000s, came back and retested at the 23,600s and bounced again. So trying to look forward to seeing, are the Bears done? I don't know the full answer, but if the Bears are done, they did a decent enough job, but not to the point where I expected. I was kind of expecting closer down to the 22,000s, or retesting some of these lows over here on 22,400, but we bounced at the last December, March pre-tariff tantrum highs, kind of swept below and bounced back, which I think is very indicative of going for another leg forward. So my plan with this account really going forward is size down a little bit. A lot of my risk settings are locked out, thank goodness. All the minis are locked out, and trying to be mindful. 3 MNQ, 3 MES, size down. I have such a big buffer now in the account. Take this opportunity to grow it and ensure that I can complete the road to live account. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, put in the comments if you guys have any other suggestions, want me to do another trading challenge, or if you want me to dive deeper on any topics as we kind of make more videos and try and get better in these prop firm trading environments. Awesome. Have a good day.